So we're going to come down onto the ground for this next bit. So very slowly and gently, just inhale and extend. Exhale, just swan dive down, just float your way. Hands to your shins and give me a standing arch. We're just going to lengthen your spine as much as you can. Bring it flat back. And exhale, fold. Pushing back into downward dog, hips up and back. And have a little go at this, just a little bit of fun. We're going to see if we can skip the legs through and sit down. You don't have to do that. If you'd rather just make your way down onto the ground, then please feel free to do that. Okay, so from this position, I'm going to show you from the side. We're going to hold our boat pose. So we're going to lift and lengthen through the spine, bring your legs up off the floor and extend. Now, if that's enough for you just here, then stay there. Don't worry if you're shaking and your legs are dithering a little bit, that's quite normal. If you want more, you can try and extend the legs fully as you lift the chest into full boat pose. So just breathe and hold there for a moment. So this is quite strong around the abdominal area, but make sure that your lower back isn't aching. If it's getting too much, you might need to bring the legs down a little bit. So stay with what feels right for you. This is just a little bit of a core challenge that we're doing right now. We've already done a plank, so this should be easy. So just breathe and hold, stay strong with it. One last deep breath here and slowly release your feet down to the ground. Just slide yourself forward a little way and we're going to roll down one vertebra at a time. So try and really control yourself as you come towards the floor. Rest your head, relax your shoulders and your jaw. Just make sure whatever hairdo you've got is not in the way. And just walking your feet in a little bit closer to you. So the feet need to be hip width apart, not too close to the buttocks so that when you lift your knees a bit further forward than your toes, but not so far away that when you go to lift you haven't got any power from the legs. So just make sure they're just a little way away from the buttocks, hip width apart. Tuck in the chin. You might need to just have a little play around to see how that feels for you. And arms just by your side. I'm going to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, see if you can peel your pelvis up off the floor, pressing your hips back, shoulders back into the floor, clasp your hands and walk your shoulders under. So this is just a typical bridge, normal bridge. Now what I'm going to show you in this video is an advancement from this position. So this video, you can do this if you're a beginner or an intermediate, but if you are more advanced and you would like to challenge yourself at this point, then I've got something for you that you can use. But if you are new to this and you want to try, maybe you feel you've got the flexibility in your back to do this, I'm going to show you how to do it safely, but make sure you listen to your body, come out of it at any point if it feels too much. So you're going to release your shoulders, extend your arms overhead, place your fingertips just above the shoulders on here and just make sure that the floor that you're on isn't slippy, you haven't got your hair caught under it or anything like that. And then it's about upper body strength. So we're going to push into your feet and your hands and see if you can lift and extend your body up off the floor. Now you might find that you only manage to go part way, or perhaps you feel like you're pushing yourself forward as you try that. If that's happening, then you aren't ready for this. But if you can feel that lift when you get to here, at this point in your hands, and you can really feel like you can go for it, then go for it. Just hold that for a couple of breaths. Just real nice deep breaths. And then tuck in your head, lay yourself down, dropping your hips all the way down to the ground and bring your knees in towards your chest. And just rock around in any direction there, just loosening up any tension in your lower back. Rock around one way and then back the other way. Wonderful. And just to finish this little sequence off now, we're going to place our hands towards the soles of the feet, the shins or the ankles, come into happy baby. So now that you are nice and warm, it should be quite comfortable to hold this position, just making sure that you keep your hips down onto the ground, relax your shoulders, tuck in the chin to lengthen the back of your neck. So a lot of these poses you will see repeated in many of the videos because they are yoga poses, but the more you practice them, the more ease you will find through your body. Your body starts to get used to being in these positions, allowing you more ease of movement through your day, through just most basic practices. Most things that you do in your day will become easier from practicing these poses. So just take one last deep breath there and slowly and gently release your hands and your feet and just shake everything off and gently release down to the ground. Wonderful. So we're going to take a hold of one knee with both hands, extend the other leg, rock forward and back and come all the way up to sitting. Now facing the front, just straightening your right leg, bending your left leg and sit up tall. So you might just want to shift the buttocks. Inhale and extend, and exhale, start to hinge forwards from the hips and just relax the hands down.